Welcome to a flowy postnatal exercise class. This class is going to be about a 10-minute circuit that you can do 3 times. You can repeat it 3 times to make a really excellent 30-minute workout. So I would recommend checking in with your doctor and making sure that it's okay to do any kind of exercise, particularly squats. You know, if you had any tearing or episiotomy or anything like that, you might be still recovering. I know I took at least 8 weeks to recover before I started to do very strenuous exercise, and then even then I was very cautious about squats and things like that. So yeah, that's just a word of caution. Check in with your doctor first, and then I hope you enjoy this class. We'll start with pulling a card from the Good Mothers deck that I created. It's a 52 card deck with all original artworks that I made during my postnatal period. And so draw a card, and each one has like a positive affirmation on it for the 4th trimester period. Okay. Oh, and my baby's gonna be here practicing with us today. Here is our card for the day. I am recovering at my own pace. I am recovering at my own pace. Recovering strength, recovering energy, recovering sleep. The way I am today is not the same as yesterday, and it will be different tomorrow. I am recovering incrementally each day. And the exercise for this card, each card has a little exercise. The exercise is rest or sleep when your baby sleeps. The housework will wait. Yeah, so this one's a really important one to keep in mind. I am recovering at my own pace, still recovering. All right, so let's get to our movement series. You can use a mat, or you don't actually necessarily need a mat for this. And we're going to start in a wide goddess squat. Toes are pointing out at an angle. And in fact, if you want to involve baby in this, you could grab your baby and hold her while you squat, and that adds a little bit of weight. I'm going to let her be because she's happily playing right now. But then we're going to squat into a goddess squat. You could have hands at the thighs for support. And we'll go for 15. You take hands to heart center. come down to a plank position next. So your plank you may have your knees resting on the floor a little bit further behind the hips, hands a little bit out in front of the shoulder heads, and you could do your London bridges with knees down, or lift those heels up and back. Draw the navel in, really hug the rectus abdominis in, and pull this in, because that's going to support the transverse abdominis, the deep abdominals support the rectus abdominis, which if we're not supporting those, we'll get that rectus diastasis. So really important to use that transverse deep abdominal, which is why I recommend, until you've rebuilt strength, maybe coming to the knees. Otherwise, lift to the knees up, and we'll go for 15. Take a child's pose to take a break. Take a few cleansing breaths. Take one more full breath in and full breath out. And then we'll come forward to a plank pose. This next one, if you're still on hands and knees, you could take one leg up and then the other and continue like that. So that's your option for building up a little strength in the abdominals. Maybe you're there already and you want to come with me to plank pose and then plank jacks. One. Back to a child pose or down dog. Catch your breath. And then walk your feet forward. We're going to come down to our sit bones onto the mat. Take your hands behind your seat and point the fingers towards the corners of the mat. We're going to take sort of boat crunches, but if you're still working on that abdominal strength and you want to do one leg at a time, that's really great to build up, to rebuild strength. Otherwise, feet parallel, reach and drop. That transverse deep abdominal. You're bending the elbows behind you for 2 more. 9, 8, pull it in, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Beautiful, take a break. And we'll lower down onto our backs for a few more. Releasing back, let yourself settle. Take a breath in and a breath out. Take one more breath. And then bring the feet up. Toes are sort of flexed and pointed at the same time. Reach the feet up, and then we're going to open the legs to a straddle, and then cross them in one direction. Open and Take a pause, take a few breaths. Deep breath in, full breath out. Then we'll take the feet back up. Soles of the feet come together, and we're trying to draw the heels down as far as you can towards your sit bones, and then reach them back up. Little frog legs. 3, 4, 5. Actually cross the one foot over the other, grab the outer edge of the foot, take a little stretch here. Deep breath in and out. And then cross in the other direction. Grab ankles, grab the outer edges of the feet. And then one final challenge. We're gonna roll to one side, press yourself up. Yes, and then we're gonna come into a side plank. So come to the forearm, and I like to stack one foot in front of the other for a little balance support, and then lift the hips up, reach the left arm up and over, and then exhale under. And we'll go for 10 of these. To mention, again, if you want to take a variation of this, you could take one knee down, and then we can do this with the support of one knee supporting and the other leg out. So that's the alternative. Otherwise, we cross one leg, right leg over left, left elbow under the left shoulder, lift the hips up, and then reach the right fingertips up. Breaths. And then release the hand. You could stop there, take a Shavasana if you'd like, or press rewind. That kind of shows my age, doesn't it? Press rewind and start it again and do 2 or 3 more times for a full body workout. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you have a wonderful day. Blessings to you. Namaste.